Hello.
Hello, hello. Oh,
And
the music is still on.
there we go.
All right, now we good. All right,
Yeah,
all
all
right.
right. Welcome back to Chroma Awards live stream. We
Welcome.
we took a little bit of a break,
Yep,
but
yep.
now we're back and an
Yes.
exciting time to be back because the deadline for the Chroma Awards is coming up.
5 days away. You only have 5 days left. So if you are still working on your project, please get it done soon and submit to us.
Yes.
Mhm.
Or if you're just, thinking about it, had a project that you made early in the year, please submit it by Monday.
Oh yeah, since we mentioned about that, we do want to mention if your project is done after February in 2025, then it's eligible. So if you already submit to other festivals or other competitions, we don't mind that. As long as the project is done after February 2025, then it's eligible.
Yes, and any tools, any amount of AI usage, big or small, we're open.
Mhm. Definitely, if you use some of our sponsored tools, and then you will be eligible for some like the sponsor awards, like other than the category you submit to. We still have like other prizes and awards for the tools that you use. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're joined today, speaking of sponsors, we're joined today by one of our sponsors,
Our gold
and we're going
sponsor.
to, yes, and we'll hear all about the platform and what they are offering to some of the competitors for the Chroma Awards. So let's welcome Colin
From
from Fairground.
Fairground.
Well, hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Good, good. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Colin.
All right. Good to see you.
Good to have you here.
So let's just do a quick intro, Colin. So explain your background and what is Fairground and what is your goal with the platform?
I'm Eddie Davis. So I'll start quickly. A little history lesson. I think I've been around for a little while, but I think there's this new creator economy which is emerging, and I think there, generation one creator economy was the sort of the internet gave rise to Blogger and people being able to write their own blogs. Generation two, the digital camera gave rise to YouTube.
Mm.
And of course, that's a pretty big deal today.
Yeah.
Then came the mobile phone, and along with it came TikTok and Reels and sort of that group. But there's this whole new creator economy using these incredible tools that are the sort of stars of tomorrow. And what Fairground is a way for us to capture or work with this new emerging community and join them together and give them access to the world that I come from. I come from the television industry, which is, I worked with a company called Zumo, a startup which I sold to Comcast in 2020, and I was part of the Comcast and Charter World. And so what I'm trying to do with Fairground is marry this new creator economy and these new incredible tools and the ability, all these stories all over the world of people who've got something to say, but helping them connect with this big TV ecosystem and sort of find a way to sort of move that quicker, help them make money, actually. And that's kind of a big DNA. A lot of folks out there are spending a lot of money on tools, think about how to craft their work, but how do you make, you put it on some other platforms, but you don't really make a return back. So Fairground is about that. We've been around for about a year now, and we are just fired up like you wouldn't believe about this new sort of creator world. So that's a little bit of a background on us.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's really cool that like a lot of our sponsors have tools for creators, but what you're doing is really giving professional opportunities and distribution for creators, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, we're a little unique, I guess, in the lineup. I think that's in terms of. I think that is, a lot of the partners are really about helping the creation process. But I think what I'm really focused on is the business of
Mm.
and the
Mhm.
exposure from the work that you're doing. And so I think there's a really nice compliment there. Is why we love what you guys are what you're doing at the Chroma Awards, and I think the community there. And sort of, I think there's some like an important role to be played in sort of that distribution area. I know as well, like so like a little bit of I made on day one, a lot of what people saw with AI is only what you saw in social media, right? You'd see like what you were scrolling through X or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok, and you see these little like vignettes, these incredible, very eye-catching sort of pieces of art on social media. But that didn't really work great with television. You know, that television, you're sitting down, you're on a living room, you got your popcorn and your remote in your hand, you want to watch something a little longer. And so I think the other thing that Fairground did is we set up our own studio where we worked with some of the very best creators on the planet, and we're helping them start building TV shows. And we did that for two reasons. One is because there's distribution partners, the smart TV manufacturers, the streamers wanted that kind of content, but also it helped us go to the creative community and say, hey, here's how to do something a little different. Here's how to make a longer form TV show. So the other part is Fairground is also a studio, and we've a studio with a little bit of a difference, and in that we don't have an in-house team building things. We work with a community, and we sort of say, here is an idea, make shows about this, and then we group the very best, and then they get on TV. And so it's a community-powered or creator-powered studio, which I think is very different to anything else that's out there. So that's the other piece too. I know. We sent you, Davis. Is that we sent you that little show, like one of the examples of the shows we're building.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. We got a little sizzle reel, little trailer of the show. Is it a good time now to should we play it?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Okay. Let's cue that up. All right, so here's the trailer. The ostriches always get me.
The ostrich caught me off guard. The ostrich caught me off guard.
Doesn't it though? I mean, it's like that's that's the fun part of this. It's like, I think we go so what the story behind that was, we said let's make true crimes, and we asked the creator, like our community of creators, come up with ideas for true crimes around like the Wild West, about mob bosses, about Victorian England. And then we said, and they submitted some scripts and some ideas, and we sort of worked with the very best, and we said, let's build the show. And that's the kind of unexpected, delightful versions of things that you get when you go like, hey, creators, you think about it something a little bit different. And so, yes, that was Noah Wagner. That was his there was a heist in Anaheim in the late 1800s where these guys broke into an ostrich feather farm because it was very valuable. That's the type of thing that this is the gorgeous side of the AI world and the creator community is like, how do you give voice to that? How do you like let people tell this kind of story, but get in big screen TV and put it on something which is really on huge distribution. So that's the kind of thing that we focus on doing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I have to share that like one of my short films is in that trailer, and it's been really great to work with you and also work with the rest of the community. Like, I'm so excited for all of these films to be released because they're definitely quality for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and Maddie, you know, right? It's like that's about the storytelling, right? It's the visuals are so amazing. You can do almost so much, but really the power is in if you've got great stories that people want to sit and listen to. I think, and that's what we loved about your stuff is like that's a lovely, unique story, a take on something that we hadn't thought of. So yeah, that's the way forward.
Yeah. And speaking of the creators, let's say I want to ask for the community that are watching now, if I'm like a rising like AI artist, and if I want to be like one of the creator, how can I get into this community of Fairground?
Yeah, so we have a portal.fairground.tv, and you can go, okay, set up an account and you can put your work in there. And what that does, it puts it in front of us, and then that is an opportunity for distribution into the world that we live in. And so there's like an easy way to get on our radar. You can contribute through that portal. You can put your shows up, your ideas. And then there's also what we're looking for as partners as new projects come around for our studios. We're taking work out to the community as well and saying, hey, here's more work that you can do. So I think it's like, it's portal.fairground.tv is the way to get on our radar, or give us a note. Like we're here, we're working directly with the members of the community, and reach out and chat to us and we can tell you how to do it.
Mm-hmm. So that's how you can join, like be part of like a Fairground community. And also, speaking of like the you help the creators to reach to the TV side, right? I'm just curious, like how does that part work? Like how do creators get paid, or how do they get like distribution?
Yeah, so what happens is when the video is part of our ecosystem, and then look, there are some filters, as there's some sort of like rules we have to go through if it's going to go on big screen TV. For example, you've got to be careful around copyright infringement. You've got to be careful around your making sure your sound isn't something you've borrowed off. So there's some reviews that we need to do, but then the best videos will be part of our delivery into smart TV and the big streaming media ecosystem. And we share a lot of info with you and help you do that. And again, we're trying to craft this longer form storytelling type of content. The way then you get paid, Davis, is you own that content. That's your idea. That's your show. But then you share in the revenues that we get. And the cool thing about big screen TV and the entertainment ecosystem is it's more generous ad revenues. These are big screen TV experiences, and we're hoping, or we believe, that it can help build a better business for you as a creator. And it's very easy. Like again, it's as easy as adding your videos into YouTube or anything else. But it does give you that opportunity to get famous, if you will, to get in front of the biggest streaming TV companies in the world.
Yeah, to get your work up there on the TV.
That's right.
That's very exciting. That's very exciting.
I love that. So when you were growing up, for me, it was you had that as seen on TV logo, right? If you had like a product, there's something cool still about being on TV.
Yes.
And so I think that's kind of what we're trying to do.
Yes. And also because Medio also built some like videos for Fairground as well, right? I kind of want to ask, like, so is it like a 5-minute thing, or how does the show look like? How you guys curate different works from creators?
Yeah, so what we like to do is we like to look for some themes, because I think if you're think about somebody sitting down in front of their TV in the evening and they want to watch something, right? I think they want to see something which is compiled and organized. So we theme things up like crime or other subjects, and then we'll compile a TV show out of that. So the format, Davis, is varied. The nice thing is we don't have a fixed hard 30-minute show we're trying to build. There's a lot of flexibility today with free TV in terms of show length. So we're making shows up, anything between 3, 4, 5 minutes and 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. And so those are the type of things. But again, it's for somebody. Think about somebody sitting down and wanting to watch for an hour of watching TV. So, it's about putting things together in a logical way that has context for the user, and they can enjoy it for a longer form experience.
I see. And we do have questions coming from the audience. What's a fair share of the revenue?
Yeah, we publish all of that. It's you get 50% of the revenues, and I think that's like a market. It's a market rate. There's other value props as well. When you're working with us, there's a potential to work on other projects. Something we're doing with Chroma Awards actually is we're offering the opportunity for somebody to come join our studios and be part of a production, to sit in and help working on these sort of shows for television. And so we're trying to build the community in other ways too, and sort of give them access to the revenue opportunities, but also help develop them and build out their skills and capabilities. I think there was
I think there's a question about like the requirement for monetization eligibility. And I think like I can say to this from my experiences as a creator with you guys is what I've liked is that there is sort of like an equitable community amongst the creators. So each creator, if you've been like selected to produce for Fairground, is treated equitably and have like an equal share of monetization. So that has been like really cool to see is like it's not like you're doing work and then it's like some people get monetized differently, but it's just like I think you're really trying to build a community of people getting equal share.
Maddie, you're so kind to say that, because like when I came up and it was a late night GoDaddy session trying to find a name to register for the business. It came up with Fairground. I was like, because I found the AI. I was looking for words with AI in it, and Fairground obviously has got that. And I was like, okay, well, that could be fun. We can have like a carnival kind of vibe, and we can have all these characters. But what I really actually settled on, and like to be honest, Maddie, is the word fair. And I think that actually is. I think we try very hard to be consistent and transparent, and try have the same rules for everybody. We don't do special deals with A or B. We don't. It's transparency, and I think that matters, right? I think that I think this is a new thing we're all trying to grow together. We're learning a lot as we go and we build this, and I think you're learning a lot as you tackle this new space. So I think I'm guided by that. Like I do, I think that's a nice, it's a nice thing, and we take it pretty serious. And we don't get it right 1,000% of the time, but I think we aspire to try that fair side. Matters a lot to us.
Yeah, and I think it's been interesting to be part of these like creator conversations, like those weekly calls, and the amount of transparency that you share with creators has been
thank you so much.
Cool to see.
Yeah.
There was a question there on eligibility for monetization. Yes, you're like I think just to that. Thanks for that comment there. It's to say, look, you can't have profanity, you can't have violence, and this has got to be something. This is this is ad supported, which means advertisers like Ford and Procter and Gamble and all these need to be excited about being alongside your content. So we do like creativity. There are some guidelines about just this is big screen TV. This isn't, and it isn't social media where you can kind of do anything, right? So, and we work with you. It's transparent. It's available, and I think that's the idea. This is the way forward.
Yeah, and I think following up with what you guys were having discussion about, like a weekly calls, they're kind of like being like maybe a little like perks for the creators when they join. Like how does it look like to being the part of the community? How does it look like?
Yeah, like again, so there's the platform where you can load up your content, and anybody can do that. But that's sort of that is in a way the I'm going to use the word mass market. It sounds so cold and instant, like impersonal, but it is a way for everybody around the world to get onto the platform. And then there's the studio where we're working with groups of 30, 40 creators building these productions. And they have come to us because sometimes they put their hand up on social media and says, we'd like to be involved. We want to be part of these productions. And in that case, yes, that's where we're helping develop directly with calls and active hands-on. Something we're actually pretty excited about, just as an example. And I'll tell you, this wasn't on the script today, but I'll tell you about it. A lot of creators are saying, we are experts at the visuals, but I need a little help on the script. Or I'm really feeling like the sound is something maybe I don't have any, like I struggle in that. So we're now just adding, for the people in the studios business, we're adding free access to advisors who are experts in those areas, so that you can get a few hours of consultation with a great scriptwriter to help you shape your show and build it better. This is something so I think these are the type of things that we're doing as part of the program, is try to build the skills, build the know-how. And we'll be doing more and trying more things for that as well. So yes, we're trying to sort of inject sort of benefits into the community as we go.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting and very helpful. Because I do see a lot of like new AI artists. We're just coming with like visual, like we're good with definitely with visuals, but on the other, like you said, script writing, sound design, a lot of other aspects of like filmmaking. Like so when you can offer these advices, that'd be super helpful and definitely level up the whole quality for the production.
Yeah. And by the way, this is again, the talent is so enormous. Like, that's what's most exciting. Folks, like, they start by dabbling with the visual, but then they wound up learning about all these other parts of filmmaking. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And we do have another question coming in asking, will Fairground content be 100% AI generated? Is there minimum requirement for how much AI and how much?
No, look, it's a great question. And I sometimes use this, like, I don't think there's a production on the planet today that doesn't have some AI in it. And I say this with respect, because it might just be everything else is traditional, but I used AI to help me write an email. Right, all the way through to people using AI to just do everything, like the sound or like all the stuff. What I see, Davis, is this is when you're crafting something which is 6-10 minutes in length. There are a lot of people. There's a lot of human involvement in that, and you some of our creators, Maddie, some of them will use like a voiceover, human voiceover, and the rest. Sometimes they'll do green screen action sequences, and then. And so we don't say, hey, here's the line. Like, we're fans of this medium, but we're not saying there's a selector. Frankly, I think this is a world where we're just, hey, really, it's about the creator. It's like you choose, and you bring us this your. So I don't mind how you make it. And so, but AI tends to be a pretty exciting area right now. So people are using a lot of AI in what they're doing for us. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that part is quite similar as we are here in Chroma. Like, we don't limit your tools as long as you're like using AI in it. It's eligible because like you said, we are fans of this new technology, but we're also fans of the old, like the traditional ways of making things, the craft. That's very
the craft.
important.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And I think by the way, there's so much to learn. There's so much valuable know-how and skill in that industry. And I think this is, you don't want to ignore it.
Yeah. Also, I do have another question. This probably for the audience as well. Let's say I'm building something for Chroma and I already submit to Chroma. Can I still get it to Fairground? Is that okay?
There's no. Yeah. So where we're working with Chroma is that some of the winners in the categories are going to we are going to approach you, and also the leaders, and ask you to please come and work with us at Fairground. But everybody can, like, it's open to everybody. And I think we've got some ideas about how to build like shows out of the submissions. And so the way you work with us is maybe if you're interested, don't wait. Like, if you're in Chroma, we're partners, and there's an easy way. Come on in with a portal. You can put your content in there. You can tag it as the Chroma. But yeah, there'll be a two-way sort of coupling together of the relationship.
Yeah, it sounds like a win-win-win situation. Like, you make one work, it's here in Chroma, the Fairground, and it's your creator stuff.
Yeah, I think so. So I mean, I think we're trying to also remember where we're coming from. We're looking for the longer form. It doesn't have to be long form like 3-hour movies, right? But we're looking at things which are a little longer than what you would put up on TikTok or social media. Now, you can put anything you want up there, but I also say it will tend to do better if it's the longer, more immersive experiences, really what we're seeking out. But I think that's why Chroma Awards is so good, because that's kind of the way that you guys. That's what you're looking for as well. Is you're looking for a lot of different things. But again, it's about the craft of storytelling.
Yeah, and also for I believe when they ask short form, they're probably mentioning about social media. But I believe like on Fairground, the short form I guess is more like a complete short film, right? Like a complete short film with
Yeah.
a kind of like a story in 5 minutes
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. Yes. Again, look, there's definitions here, like the word short form. If you're coming
Yeah,
from TV land,
it's
if you're like short form is 5 minutes,
yeah,
very
yeah,
much,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you're in social media, short form is 20 seconds,
Exactly.
right? And so I think when I use the word short form, it tends to be more like the TV-esque.
Hmm.
But the good news is if you have something like, we're doing like a best of AI show where we're going to be doing like the very best and we're putting it together. I think people want to see that when you sit down on your TV and what's the best in AI at the moment. So there's all these different ways we theme and group the content. If it's yours alone, you don't have to worry about it because we wanted to bundle it up and package it and make it available to the TV companies.
Hmm.
So
I feel like we kind of forget about this because like the three of us are so ingrained in this AI space. But I think for most normal people, like they're blown away when they see like an actual story
yeah,
with it made by AI. Like most of the things they're familiar with are like the social media clips and like the ultra viral like ASMR AI videos. But
Hmm.
like when you actually present them a story, it's emotionally
yeah.
engaging. Like they've probably never seen that before. So
Maddie, look,
yeah.
I'm lucky. I take the work that you and your colleagues are doing, and I'm putting them in front of some of the biggest seasoned TV execs running the biggest studios in the world. And I will say they start by going AI content because they're thinking most of what you see on social media. And you sit them down, you put up a big screen TV, and you see this cinematographic, this just beautiful visuals, and it's just they lean in at you like that. Show me that again. That's the fun part, right? Because yes, we live in this world, we're immersed in it all the time. We're critical of our own work often. We're like, couldn't quite get this right, and I struggle with that. But I think overall it's beautiful, and I think it's got such an exciting role to play in the entertainment world.
Hmm. Hmm. And I want to bring back a little to the question they're asking.
Mm,
While in Chroma Worlds, we have so many categories, right? We
mm,
for like short form films and like narrative stuff, but we do have social media track. So if you have something that's vertical, something 20
yeah,
seconds, 30 seconds, we are open to get it. Just remember to submit to our social media category. Yeah.
that's 100%. Yes.
Yep. Yep. Let's see.
And I believe Fairground is also judging one of the short film categories as well, right?
I think so. I think I'm in the crime. I
True
think I'm in
crime
true crime.
documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
rocker. Look that. Looking forward to it. Getting ready to go. Get the
Yeah.
submissions in.
Oh, okay. He has a follow-up question. Does
Does
fair?
it?
Yeah, yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
good point. Look, we've had a WhatsApp group going for a while, and I think our plan is to get something like a Discord server going because I think we're getting again as we get into this world, there's a bigger conversation to have. So I appreciate that comment. Yeah, watch this space. We're going to get something up, and I think if you're on the portal, you'll get notice of it. You'll be up to date in what's happening there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if possible, Colleen, would you maybe type in like maybe the WhatsApp group or maybe a newsletter link so the audience can sign it up and they can get like the.
Yeah, what I'd say is the best way to do it is go to the
Okay.
portal.fairground.tv and create an account. You don't even have to load up a video just yet, but what that does is it registers you with us and tells you where you're there, and that way then we can send you notice as these other
Mhm.
tools and things come into be. So that's the best way to do it.
All right, so my people in the chat, if you scroll up earlier, we put in the link to portal fairground.tv. We already put it there, so you can sign it up over there. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. And I have one more question. Like
Mhm.
for this entertainment, like with AI, it just start to rise, right? For next year, because we are almost like at the end of 2025. Feel like 10 years already. Feel like
Oh,
10 years, right?
Yeah.
What do you see?
I'm only
Yeah.
25 years old. I just look like it because I'm in yeah, I'm just joking.
I know. Yeah. Like what you see for next year, for the next 12 months? What do you want with Fairground? What you see, like new features, maybe new feature, or maybe new things that will come for Fairground?
Look, I'll say it again. I think what you've seen a lot of AI, the distribution, like it's been around social media, and that's typically how people and look, YouTube's obviously super important and such an incredible platform too. But I think you're going to see the bigger brands, you're going to see the TV brands starting to adopt, and because what they do is they like a few things. Number one is they want to make sure that they're not losing out, and they want to make sure it's done in a safe, respectful way, that they have good partners that understand their businesses. And I think this content they can't ignore it. So the big streamers are going to start picking this up. But the second thing is this creator economy that all of you are a part of is the most exciting new group. This is the emerging, somebody somewhere in this group are going to be the stars of entertainment, already on the way too. So I think they want to be a part. So I think you're going to start seeing some names of people, creators starting to get famous. And I think this is the time for it. So I have a very optimistic feel about the year ahead. I think we've got to be careful and respectful. We've got to work together. We've all got more to gain here by close partnership. And so, yeah, I think you're going to see year of the AI creator as far as big screen TV is going to start in 2026.
Like more big players are coming to finally join in the game, right? Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah. And right now, since you've been like running Fairground, I believe you watch so many content from all the different creators. Like, what would you suggest, like for the newcomers? Like, what kind of things are you looking to when it comes to like quality?
Davis, look, I say like the story matters.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks jump in because it's a cool visual thing. Like I can make something pretty or gorgeous or scary, and they're led by the craft of the visual. The very best, the folks that are doing the best job, first of all, understand what they're working with. They know their tools. They know that they're working with something can be very surreal or gorgeous. So they understand what the craft, but they're writing great stories that they're using the old hooks, like the old classics, right? You've got to do like it's like the hero's adventure. There's the 6 stages. There's the battle, the downfall. You're going to make it human, if you will. And so I think that's where you must spend. Frankly, I think you spend more time on the story and the script, and then you go to the scenes designs. There's great tools out there that can help you do that. Then you can go to the animation and the sound and all these over the top. But if it's on a shaky foundation of a weak story, it's not gonna punch through. And so that's kind of my advice is the story matters more than anything.
Yeah. And to just piggyback on that, because you are one of our judge, right? When it comes to like true crime and documentary, like what are you looking for? Or maybe like your personal taste, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for the human, like I say, I think this is, people go AI and they go, oh, these all machines and algorithms and else. It's the human side. It's like I like the connection. I like the idea that there's somebody there that was craft late at night, had a story to tell. And I'm looking for that little unique glimpse of some part of somebody's personality, or like you want something that resonates. Like you're like, oh yeah, I get that. Like I understand what you were trying to do there. You were trying to like educate me or scare me or whatever. And so that's what I'm looking for. The visuals matter, right? But it's underpinning, the chemistry is what you're looking for.
That uniqueness of like the personal touch, right? The personal touch from the creator.
Yeah.
Do you know,
when it comes to true crime itself, like, was there anything that you're looking for in that genre?
Well, so the number one genre on TV today in the United States outside of news is crime.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Wow. I didn't know that.
People like, it's like the true crime genre podcast, everything else huge. Like there's a lot of people devour this content. And so it's an important genre, Maddie, and it's like why we're doing that. I think so yes, we're looking for interesting, unique takes. And I think that in a way, I don't know why the American audience just loves it. It's I'm a South African. I love it. I'm interested in it too. I can't help it. I used to watch things like, I remember as a kid, you grew up, you want to watch like
Yes,
the serial killers and see like CSI, these things. This is all, this is exciting. So that's why I like this genre, this category that we're involved with.
Yeah, I kind of grew up with CSI as well.
It's funny that you just mentioned that you're South African. Someone was asking in the chat if you were, so there you go. You got answered.
I am a South African by way of living in London for 8 or 9 years, and then DC, but I'm based here in Orange County, California. And so, but I'm, oh God, I was going to say international man of mystery, but that's sad as that.
Yeah, and that's all. Yeah, that's all the question I have for now. But I wanted to see the chat if you have more questions for Colin from Fairground or even for Chroma Awards that we can answer you while we're still here.
Yeah. So, but either way, this is like there is a lot of like events coming up and other ways, and so if you didn't get a chance today, I think there's plenty of others. And I'm here. Honestly, reach out to me. This is the nice thing is this is still kind of a small community of good folks, and so even if you want to drop me an email, colin@fairground.tv, and say hi, we'll try to connect you to the right people. So yeah.
Maybe we should also type that to the chat, maybe.
Yeah.
Very
good.
Yeah, I've been I've been sharing your social media.
Okay, perfect.
My social and the Fairground TV social media is something we've got to we've got the wonderful Chris Lander in our team is now we're trying, and what you'll see there is we're trying to showcase the work we're doing and show like the community that we're involved with, and it's sort of another way for us to sort of try help bring exposure to all of you folks as you build out your work.
That sounds
good.
Yeah,
there is a question actually about like, are you regionally affiliated? I guess it's both like in terms of the creators you're working with and the distribution.
Yeah, we are global in terms of the partners where we're delivering the content. And so what we also like is when a show is ready for television, we like the ability to translate it into every language around the world. We've got a very big Spanish language partner that's looking for like Spanish, Portuguese, and Brazil. And so, yeah, there's like everybody around the world, everybody's saying the same. Everybody's curious around this is a global phenomenon. And in terms of the creators we're working with, everywhere. Like we've got the creators are on every nook and cranny around the world. Talent is everywhere. I just love that, by the way. I think that there's people that I do like to use that word, right? There's these folks that are living in Finland or South Africa, and they've got a story to tell. Now they have access to, George Lucas and Industrial Light and Magic. You got that in your pocket now. And so I think that's what's exciting is the community around the world and how they grow into this. So yeah, we're without borders, if you will. So
yeah, that sounds really amazing.
Yeah, when you're saying you're working with these Spanish language partners, is it through like dubbing or translations of the content, or are you looking for Spanish native creators?
We both, and but what we can do is when we have a piece of content and it's good to go, we can work with the creators and help them with the translation, the lip syncing, the remastering into international languages. Look, if you have that ready to go, that's great. But we're also able to help. Again, it's like subject to you being ready to go for prime time. These are the kind of services we partner with 11 Labs and on a lot of their work, and we're grateful to them. They're awesome to us, and and we work with them and other platforms to do that kind of work. Yeah.
I see. When it comes to like translation, like dubbing, right? That's amazing. Yeah. Okay. So if there's no further questions, I want to say thank you, Colin, for being here with us, sharing the Fairground with us today. and it's really great to have you as one of our co-sponsor. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, look, this is the beginning of a lovely journey. You folks are great. I think I think we love what you're doing, and I think I've just the nicest bunch of people in this space. So that's also pretty cool. So
and we just started, like you said, we just started. Like more to come, and this is just started. It's just started growing. Like this is community. Yeah,
1000%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, final reminder, everyone, the final deadline for first season of the Chroma Awards is this coming Monday. So be sure to get all your submissions in. And then if you're submitting to us, also submit to Fairground at portal.fairground.tv.
Yeah, you can get it to both sites.
Yeah, look, Chroma Awards is the priority right now, and if we missed you the first time around, it's good. We're here. We don't have a deadline closing, so you can go for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
The Chroma first.
There's no cutoff on our side. We'll be here this time next year, but sooner the better. Get going with us now, and I think we can build a great relationship together. All right.
Yeah, definitely. But if you really don't make it this season, we have next season for you as well at Chroma World. All right.
But you are gonna make it.
Yeah,
everyone will make it.
Make it. Okay.
Yeah, everybody is. Everything's going to be great. It's all right. Good. All right. Look, you guys are awesome. Thanks a lot.
It's great to see you here, everybody. Thank you for all joining us.
Thank you, folks.
Thanks, David.
All right.
Thanks, Colin.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.